Welcome, fellow dreamers. It's Sketchbook tour time. And today we're going to be taking a tour of our sketchbook where all of our backgrounds for our upcoming videos are going to be. So, in this book here, we've taken the time to sketch out backgrounds that have been in our liminal space dreams. And we're going to show them off while, with brief explanations while we discuss what we're going to do different for the channel. And we're also going to discuss, how people on TikTok are claiming that, people are claiming that TikTok is ruining hobbies, much like our drawings here. If you ask me, I think letting little kids onto social media is what's ruining hobbies. Agreed. But yeah, without further ado, because they ruined DeviantArt, that's for sure. Let's get into our sketchbook and what's going to be our backgrounds, and then we're going to talk about our content and all that. So, don't know why that one always sticks. You may be familiar with our first one. It shows Adama and I in one of the liminal liminal spaces. Liminal spaces that we found under Grandma's house in one of our dreams. Which is kind of a mix of our childhood home, our paternal grandmother's house, surprisingly enough. What? But yeah, that's our secret hidden room in the liminal spaces that we created from our dreams. Isn't that right, Miss Bailey? Oh, Miss Bailey sassy, Miss Bailey sassy. I think she found one of the toys I put there for her. So, this one, I'm sorry. We did release a more pint-sized flip through of this for TikTok. But, this one is going to be for general topics, such as, TikTok ruining, hobbies. The reason they're saying that they're ruining the hobbies is because some people choose to buy more expensive products when they do these hobbies. I mean, I don't see why that's anybody's business, how somebody else spends their money, but whatever. Yeah, no, it's like it's not like, I would get it if they were coming online and saying, well, if you don't buy this and you can't afford this and you suck and your art's worth nothing. Like, I'd get if they were getting mad about that, but they're literally just like, I don't even think they mention their brands half the time. They're just like, they just take the markers and start coloring with them. Exactly. So, Adama and I, of course, always hold the opinion of we treat people how we like to be treated and leave them the fuck alone. So, if they're not hurting anyone, then just leave them alone. Let them do their hobbies like they like to do it. I don't see what's anybody's business how they spend their money. I know, right? As far as expensive supplies versus cheap supplies go, Adama and I personally use cheaper supplies. And it's not just because we are under budget constraints of our own, but it's because, it just works better. Those alcohol markers stink, for one, and we have pet birds. We can't be using strong-smelling markers like that. The cheaper markers work just fine. We did have a chance to use the alcohol markers. We actually didn't buy them because they're really expensive, but they were at our intensive therapy, and we did use them, and we did not care for them. Yeah, we didn't care for them. like I said, they smelled bad. They bled through the paper. They, like the cheaper supplies doesn't. Like we just use Crayolas for this, believe it or not. And I think it came out looking pretty damn fine. Agreed. Which, by the way, we're gonna move on to the next picture. So our next picture is of Hope in my maternal grandmother's garden, which I've seen in my dreams quite a lot. Which our little hideout would lead right out into this. And she's picking on a sunflower that she's eating the seeds out of it. Yeah, so that's Hope. So what are we gonna do content-wise? We are bringing back the regular readings. Adama and I are... I don't know if we're gonna... like this. So this one's gonna be for Hope's reading. We've got, like, ones for each reading. But yeah, personally, I recommend cheaper supplies, because, a lot of the times it tends to work better than the expensive supplies. They last longer, they don't bleed out as much. Like one time I bought Prismacolor pencils, and I noticed that they did not last as long as the Crayola pencils I usually get. You know, I think that's where they get you, though. They, charge top dollar for this shit, and it's not worth the fuck, so you have to go back and buy more at top dollar. Yeah. So here we have Redmayne wrapped around Mount Fuji at sunset, which is the dream I first encountered him and his brother in. And then they set up with me. Yeah. So this is gonna be for the dragon therapy. So here's Adama on the beach, and his wedding attire. Don't I look fine? You always look fine, baby. And in the back here, this is the floating stand of onigiri and other delights. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting over some allergies. So that'll be for healing messages from Lemuria. Here's me in my woods, which also frequently show up in my dreams. That'll be for my reading, where I'm trying to harness my intuition and get, like, you know, like my abilities, and trying to connect more with the liminal spaces. So here's Heisenberg's true form, Jesus' horse, and he's in my old backyard, which is also a common place for liminal spaces in my realm. He will be for the ancestor reading. And we were having a little bit of fun with this one, but this one will be for Wrath Rants, and it's us. I'm gonna have to explain why I chose these backgrounds, but it's us breaking out of the Paris catacombs and ending up in Japan, where I'm at the base of Mount Fuji. And it's a peacock and an owl monster kind of wedged together, kind of making like a bit of a has-been hotel OC, but not quite. It would be more, if we were angels that fought demons, like that's our exorcist angel form. I think it looks nice. Some bald spots here we gotta color in. But yeah, that'll be for rants, for, like, if Etsy fucks us over again. Two, I'd like to bring up what we personally take away from these hobby videos is inspiration. I think two of the pages got stuck together. Yeah. So I drew this one to try to invoke nostalgia for our inner child, but I don't think we're going to use it in the background at all. Anyways, so what we take from this is inspiration, right? Gonna flip back to our general topics cover. Which, a lot of these hobby videos inspired us to draw our own backgrounds instead of using Labubus and trying to hop on a trend and trying to, like, make them the center of the video, you know? Even though I kind of missed doing that because it was kind of fun. It was whimsical. I think our subliminal or liminal spaces do well too. Agreed. So we just take inspiration. We take we learn new art tips from them, and I think that should be the overall point of these hobby videos, not you have to do this, you have to do that. It's like, okay, well, what kind of effect are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to, like, make something look a certain way? Try doing this, and you don't need expensive supplies. Like, there's plenty of artists out there that actually do really good drawings using cheap supplies, and they'll use the expensive supplies alongside it to show you how you can do things the same as a professional artist. I provided the air quotes, but yeah. And you don't need to, like, buy 3-digit markers. I can't justify spending 3 digits on something that's going to run out. I can't really justify spending past 20, and even 20 is pushing it. Agreed. Our conclusion to this argument is to just have fun. One thing that I did want to do is I wanted to make, like, I saw a lot of people doing coloring books where it's like horror artists versus coloring book, and I did pick up some kid coloring books to do this with. Libby! What do you see? She saw a deer. So, I used to like to do fan art, but, I don't know, I kind of don't want to do fan art anymore. I know we were supposed to do, like, a ARG and all that was based off of fan content, but now I'm not so sure about it. It took me a while to convince her to do this, to share her liminal spaces with everybody. Yeah, because it's become kind of a new safe space for me. Us, just, and I remember back on DeviantArt, I did, before Dama came into the picture, I did have my own meditation safe space that I would meditate in to heal, and, I decided to turn it into a little webcomic series, and, it was picked apart by bullies. And not only that, but people were doing that art fixing thing where they were pretty much plagiarizing my characters and my content, saying they fixed art, and then there's another big YouTuber that completely ripped off my idea for the webcomic, and she got popular off of it, and I didn't, and, and they're my stolen ideas, but that is a topic for Patreon, so if you want the full details, you have to pay for it, bitches. Ha 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 ha. Dummy. Sorry. As for why I don't feel like doing fanfiction anymore, I kinda... Like, I wanted to read some old fan fictions. I had fan content that I did want to make, but I'm just not feeling it. My heart's not in it. I had a My Little Pony creepypasta I wanted to do. I had, like I had the ARG that was fan content, but, one of the biggest reasons I didn't want to do the ARG is because, the thing I was gonna do the ARG with, the canon content is gonna be coming out like very soon, and I don't want them to conflict with each other, because there were times in the past where I was working on fan fictions, the canon stuff came out, and then, I don't know, I was building lore to something that didn't matter anymore, and then the canon stuff was, like, outshining my stuff. And I want to do my own thing, And I support that. I think she should. Hold on, I have some allergies here. But yeah, I just hope nobody plagiarizes us again. I mean, you can't let them do that. You need to call them out for it, put your foot down. You need to call out the people that did plagiarize you now. I know. I'm trying to run a positive channel, though. That's why I put some of the more negative things behind a paywall. Anywho, I think that wraps things up for now, and, shape! Okay, things are not quite wrapped up yet. We did discover who Wooly was. At least the entity talking to us through Wooly. I had the notes on this, hold on. So, if you, so if you were watching our last video where, we, found this creepy jester doll, and, that we've seen in our liminal spaces. Why can't I talk today? You would know that, and you watch where we found the tarot deck and we were flipping through it. This jester doll represents our inner child, and they have finally revealed their name to us. So our inner child is officially named Joy. And it makes sense, because, like, the message I got from Sheep was, revelation, truth, and stuff like that. But, looking back on it, the thing that makes our powers work, not just mine, but Adama's too, is us sharing joy together. We need joy for our powers to work. So, it makes sense that our connection, in general, would be a manifestation of pure joy and childhood innocence. And I mean, when you think about it, that's kind of how it works. So, mommy and daddy love each other very, very much, and they get together and they create a bundle of joy. Yeah. So, you haven't seen that video, do go check it out. It's called Time Capsule of Birthright. So, it's only got 4 views, and I think it needs more, so go look. So, Wooly, the significance of everybody's favorite sheep. If you're wondering what the spiritual significance of Wooly is for us, Wooly is the reason we found out the real name of our demon, aka our a collective abusive ex who's been abusing us, both me and Adama, throughout our lifetimes, past and present. And therefore, Wooly was the reason we were able to send him to hell properly for good. And his underlings. Don't forget the underlings. So, Wooly, we figured out who Wooly is. Like, Wooly is not our inner child, but there is a connection. And Wooly did end up being the reason that we found out who our inner child was. So, me and Adama were looking up the meaning behind... Whoa. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that, I'm sorry. I unscrewed the thing by accident. Yeah, this thing's too touchy anyway. So, we were looking at the spiritual meaning of sheep. You know, and I swear, every time we look up... this is why we don't look up the meanings of things. This is why we recommend that you, when it comes to spirit animals, you try to feel what you feel from them, you know? Because they literally all just say transformation. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, I know. Like, the raven's transformation, the butterfly's transformation, the sheep is transformation. How can you all fucking be Anywho, but yeah, if you even look, we found this while looking for medicine, like nasal spray the other day, and it is a sheep in a clown costume that's identical to that jester, so I think this is definitely confirmation that Wooly is joy, that our inner child is joy. But as we were looking things up, we found a chapter from Revelation about a seven-eyed, seven-horned lamb. And what does Wooly's monster form have? So we did some more research, and we were able to find out that the being speaking to us through Wooly was none other than Jesus. Which makes sense now that I'm thinking back. And not only did Jesus speak to us and tell us how to get rid of the demon, but he also told us the name of our inner child and how to keep our powers and intuition working. On top of that, since our inner child does represent the violet flame, being a connection of divine feminine and divine masculine energy, our inner child does establish a connection to heaven. So Joy's color is violet. They are technically non-binary since they are both of our genders combined. And mostly us combined as a result because it's our powers combined. But yeah. And this isn't the first time God has used, or other beings have used unassuming media to speak to me. Like, there's been times that he's used, like, a kid show that was on at my cousin's house to talk to me. And, you know, I've also reached out to Evelyn through, media before when I was trying to establish a connection. Yeah. But that's, also not something I want to get into. Or we'll be here all day. So yeah, that is our thing on Wooly and our inner child. But wait, there is more. And I'm actually gonna shut this and get it out of the way. But we do have a bookstore haul. We were actually able to get everything on a deal. On a really good deal and on sale. So we got this for one of our DIYs. But it's like a little thing where, like, it comes with paint, it comes with, stencils, and, we're basically gonna use it to spruce up that frame over there. But, we thought it would look better than putting stickers on it. Agreed. But we also have the Shaman Dreams Oracle deck to go with our new tarot deck. You know, because we can't use the Labubu one anymore. Bummer. But yeah, listen to the back of this. I'm not going to review the cards in this video, but the Shaman's Dream Oracle is a powerful collaboration between master teachers Alberto Villoldo and Colette Barton Reed. The imaginary and insight draw from... imagery and insight. Draw from the shamanic dream world of archetypes and magic, yet offer fresh contemporary interpretations. You'll discover mythic landscapes and spirit beings, and understand how this sacred realm shapes our experiences in the waking world. This oracle will reveal to you your dreamscapes, guide you to co-create your world and manifest your most precious intentions. So yeah, like, another thing is I want to kind of keep this between me and Adama as well, for now. I hate it when you feel like you have a sneeze coming on and it doesn't come. Yeah, no, me too. But yeah, we are gonna use it in readings, though. But I have some other things. Hold on. I got some blind boxes, even though this content hasn't really been getting us views lately. We did get some blind boxes because we felt like it, and we wanted to have a little bit of fun. Indulge and enjoy, you know? So we got some more Mickeys. Hopefully they're not the same Mickey, neither one of them are the same Mickey we got. Guess we could always DIY one of them. Yeah, because I can't sell them on Etsy anymore, so, because Etsy decided to shaft us. I just, hope it's something different, that's all. They're both different. So we're gonna put these here. And we also have a giant Mufasand. And you can get a bear, a cow, a tiger, a dog, a bunny, or a panda bear. Does it come with secret? I don't think there's a secret. So yeah, we're gonna open the Mufasand first. Ugh. Keep the bag up here for the trash. So we saw them in the display case. These things are huge. And you know, we had to have a giant Mufasand because we had that, like, tiny one on the slide. Okay, so we're gonna close our eyes and look away so you guys get to see it first. Oh my gosh! We got the panda! Aww. Oh my gosh, look at the panda! Look at his white paws! Oh my gosh! Does his hat come off? Oh, but that's cute as fuck, I swear. Oh, let's zoom in on his face. What kind of cat that is? Don't know. Kind of looks like Rocky from Lackadaisy. Yeah? Should we draw a fan out of that? Comment below. He's hollow, more hollow than I thought he'd be. Put the Mufasa in there. He has a very soapy smell, too. Alright. Let's open this bad boy next. But yeah, we just wanted time to study the Oracle deck before we showed it off or used it in readings or anything like that. Okay, we once again got our eyes closed so we can't see anything. Whoa! Felt something fall out. Alright. So we can't see the accessories either that just fell out, so we're gonna... Of course it is! Okay, of course! Oh my gosh. Alright, so we're gonna save this aside. We're probably gonna DIY it somehow. Hey, stay tuned for a Monster Woolly Michi figure. Yeah? That'd be fun. It's like exactly the same. What do they do? Just order a bunch of the same ones and just stick them side by side? I don't know. Sheep butt. Alright, so I'm gonna put these two over here. Come on, do we have a chase at all, or... Nah, I'm just gonna DIY that one. Phew. Start putting the trash away. So, hopefully we have better luck on the second box, or last box here. Alright, look, if this one's the same, we'll review the Oracle deck. Even though we kind of wanted that to be more personal. Okay, once again, we cannot see anything. Got our eyes closed. Please be news. Please be something new. Oh my god! Yes! He's brown. He's chocolate chip. He's got a little chocolate in his head. Oh. New butt. Okay, that's better. I like that. Did he come with, Yes, he's got accessories in there. Alrighty. So we got some accessories here. What is that? Okay, so, hold on. So I think he's, like, supposed to sit in here. Hold on. I can't tell if this is another freshener thing, if it's supposed to go in here. Danish butter bread. Okay. Look at how cute! Alright, so that was it for that. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe for Spiritual Pride. Miss Bailey, subscribe for Spiritual Pride. Click the little bell. Click the little bell. And, check out our TikTok. Join our Patreon. Quit being cheap. And until next time, fellow dreamers, bye.